Hello and welcome back to the Druidic Stormcloud channel, where today I'll be playing some more Final Fantasy XIV. I hope you are ready to enjoy the stream. And I have no idea what's coming up, but it should be the battle to liberate Doma. If that doesn't happen this stream, then I will be changing the title. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the game. Alright, so this is going to give us one of the ether currents and a question mark item. But it would be rude of me to monopolize your attention. Doubtless there are others who would speak with you. Let us go and greet Khatun. Temulun Khatun. The leader. Welcome, warriors of the steppe. It is an honor to receive you once more. We observed the battle from a distance and marked the moment of your triumph. In that instant, I wept tears of joy. And not only did you bring us victory in the Nadam, but you ensured that every one of my kinsmen returned with their lives. Some were more gravely wounded than others, but none were lost to us. We could not have asked for anything more. If it is not too much of an imposition, would you be willing to go and speak with them? A simple gesture for those with whom you shared the battlefield. Also, there is one thing I almost forgot to do, and that is the minion roulette! We have the wind-up warrior of light following us this stream. Some part of me still struggles to believe it, but we won. We defeated the Unari, Orinir, and the Dotharl, and won. When they appeared before us, I was filled with such fears as I had never known. But then I saw you charge with Serena and the others, and before I knew it, I was running and shouting. I will carry the memory of that moment with me always, as well as the moment when you became one with the Ovu and were declared Khan. The victory pose you struck was a sight to behold. I say, would you be willing to show us again? Social emotes. Victory pose, is it? Aye, that's the stuff of legends. That's the Khan in all her splendor. Praise be to the Khan and the gods for guiding her to us. Glory to the Khan and her comrades. Never forget, forever and ever. 100 years to come. Alright, so that's all we had to do for that quest. I think this is a wrap-up to this stage of the storyline. Ah, Kiara, I am told you gave the young warriors a fine show. Grandmother and I have been discussing how we might best express our gratitude to you. Words do not seem sufficient. A traditional instrument of our people. The feats of our greatest heroes, like Bardum and Chaka, are preserved in song. Yours too will live on for years to come. Perhaps one day you might learn how to play it, but even if not, you may look on the Morin Cur and remember this time, this place, and we will, as we will when we hearken to the music. Alright, so we got an instrument. Okay, so we don't have anything we can use that for currently. Alright. At the risk of sounding impatient, we have certain pressing obligations. It's time we saw to them. You are right. To whom much is given, much is expected. Nay, you do not think yourselves so indebted to us. Was it not you who gave us your blessing to participate in the Dom, and you who saved my lord from certain death? Doma is in your debt, and will ever be a friend to them all. And we to you, Gosetsu. A thought occurs to me. If you wish to return to Yanzi with all haste, the passage to the south of the Dusk Throne would offer the most direct route. The Dutharl sealed it with their magics during the Doman Rebellion, when more men in iron came from afar. If ever there was a time to open the pass, it is now. We should journey to Dothal Ka. But before that, we might visit the Dawn Throne. I wish to speak with our most radiant brother. Are you sure that's a good idea? I know he agreed to fight for Doma, but I doubt he'll be very happy to see us so soon after we beat him. I don't think that's something to worry about in this society. Nadam made us, or Nama made us for war, Elise. Ever since we came into this world, we have fought. In the Nadam, blood was shed and lives were lost. Brown earth was steamed crimson, and Zala wept. But crimson is the dusk and the dawn, death and rebirth, an ending to mark a new beginning. The words, We who are born are destined to die. As the seasons turn, we are born again. Thus spoke the first. So you see, we harbor no hatreds. The Nadam is the Nadam, and what comes after is what comes after. If you say so. The Dawn Throne first, then? Yes, and I shall accompany you. I have a feeling she's going to end up being the partner for the most radiant guy. To the Dawn Throne, to the Dawn Throne, to the Dawn Throne. There it is. The Dawn Throne. It also has some quests that could be done, but with how my level is currently, I'll probably turn back to White Mage until 75. From there, I will limit each of the healer jobs to 75. The sun is disinclined to entertain you at length. Speak your purpose in coming. Humble as ever. Should I be humble in the presence of inferiors? I am a child of Azam, or Azim, and you are not. Your triumph in the dawn does not raise you to such heights. Batu will not be joining us. He was wounded in the dawn. His hurts are grave and he requires rest, but he will walk again in time. Though it is no business of yours, such pity does not become a Khan. We are not allies, traveler, far from it. The Nadam will come again, and with it our rule. I say again, why have you come? To bid us surrender the Dawn Throne to them all? Nay, the Mo are beholden to the will of the gods, and they would not have us reside here. The Oronir and the Udaga will remain. We are for Yunzi, and wish to speak of your part in the coming war. Ah, the Domans and the Ironmen. I remember our pact. Sound the call and Oronir will answer. Full glad am I to hear it. We have preparations to attend to, but we'll send for you soon. The gods are kind. I'm sure the Oronir will prove a great boon in the days to come. she was in. Are you my Nama? I know not of what you speak, Brother Monrino, but I am certain you are mistaken. Quite. We should get going. Right now. Alright, off we go. So it wasn't her, possibly. Now, with Sadu, and Sadu is down here. Now, I believe I had gotten the Falcon Porter over there. Oh, if there is one I didn't. Will work. Now then, let's go there, let's get this quest done, and let's continue to all of what awaits us along this storyline. Trying to balance all the grinding I have to do off stream. It has not been working so well. I no longer have to grind in Rito Kusanilla though, so... Or in the Rito Remastered. Oh, there's another Aetheryte up there. I haven't even been to. What that is. Most likely we'll come across it along the storyline. Usually how things go. Also, I think this place didn't have a Falcon Porter. It didn't happen. No Falcon Porter. So it's not that I forgot, it's that they didn't have one to begin with. The Khan and her warriors. Greetings, my lady. We come to you on our journey south, bound for Yanzi, where our comrades await us. How fare you and yours in the wake of the Nadab? Many were wounded, some few to the death. Resplendent was their souls in the chaos. It was a good battle, a good day to die. Soon we will greet them again. Mayhap one who went before them also. Gesar's seed has quickened in his lover. When the child is born, we shall see who waits behind its eyes. All ready, we must look to the next Nadam. We must grow strong of body and mind, and your war will help us to do so. Say the word, and we will fly to the field. Of that I have no doubt, for you are Dorthal. There is one more thing we would ask you. The magic you use to seal the passage to the south, will you unmake them? If that be your wish. When next we come together, it will be on a great battlefield against a common foe. I trust you will fight the same way you demonstrated during the Nadam. Ha! And you, Ancient One, will be the demon I know you to be. Aught less would be a disappointment. The claw! Right off the bat, a nice, speedy mount. All right. So, this is the path that leads back to Yanzi, back to Doma, and the others. It's so easy to forget why we're doing all this. Oh. Sadhu Katan has done her part. This passage will deliver you to Doma. It is here we must part ways, until the day you call us to battle. It won't be long, I know, but take care of yourself, Serena, and tell your grandmother and the others again how much we appreciate everything they did for us. I will. Oh, I nearly forgot. I have another gift for you. Oh, it's a red, wait, is this a banner of the Mole Tribe? It is not the most practical of gifts, but we nevertheless wished to present it to you. I do not fully understand what has befallen Doma, or your homeland, please, but I do understand that you and yours have suffered terribly. The Mole place their faith in the gods, and in turn, they shepherd us. They watch over and keep us. We pray they show you the same favor. As it was in the Nadam, blood will be shed. Your lands engulfed in a storm of fire and steel. Yet, as it did here, it shall mark a new beginning there. May you walk, or ever walk in crimson, for in crimson there is life, there is liberation. Thank you for your prayers, Serena. We shall remember them. Until we meet again. that gives us a wall-mounted... Alright. Oh, this is a tabletop item as well. Alright, money and experience. Right then, to the House of the Fierce with me, my friends. Chocobo! I have not used this road before, but I recognize this place. The House of the Fierce should lie somewhere to the south. I will go on ahead and inform the sentries of our master's return. All right. Right. We have to get out of here first. Here we are. I wonder if they all gathered inside. All are gathered inside, waiting, perhaps expecting a speech or some such. Well, no matter. I shall have to do what I shall have to do. Okay, it wasn't attacked.
Brothers and sisters, pray forgive me my absence. It has been far too long.
Lord Here. Gosetsu told us of your trials and tribulations on the steppe. Would that I'd been present to witness your victory, my lord.
Our victory, Yugiri, owed as much to each of my stalwart comrades as it did to me. Now rise. I will not suffer this excess of formality any longer. Alphino and Alice Levieux, I presume. I'm told we owe you much. It is a pleasure to meet you both.
The pleasure is ours, Lord Hien. Though we were born and raised a world apart, our values are one and the same. Freedom, justice, liberty. Each of which Doma shall soon enjoy once more.
Hopefully. I understand you have brought an army.
Indeed. The Zayla tribes of the Azim Steppe have pledged their military might to the cause.
Good. We, meanwhile, have secured the support of the Confederacy and a not insignificant number of your countrymen. The Blue Kojin, too, have expressed a willingness to join the fight, provided you agree to certain trade agreements following the liberation of Doma.
The shinobi will render what aid they can. However, Suino Sato refused to answer our call.
No matter. What forces we have amassed far exceed my original expectations. You have my thanks.
You should know that Xenos departed Doma not long after you left to find Lord Hien. We know not the reason why, but it would seem he was eager to return to Gir Abania.
That's not good.
Have you heard anything from the Resistance? There hasn't been another attack, has there?
Tataru assures me they are quite well. You need not worry. If anything, this turn of events would seem to be to our advantage.
But there the good news ends. Yotsuyu retains her position as acting viceroy, and we have reports that the garrison at Doma Castle is preparing for a massive operation. We suspect that the Empire's attempt to eliminate you on the steppe may have been a prelude to a larger effort to purge the remaining pockets of resistance within Doma.
The hour of reckoning is upon us.
Let's go with confidence. Then victory will soon be ours.
The Han has spoken, and I, for one, am not inclined to argue. In this place, in this moment, I call upon you all. 25 years of oppression, of tyranny, of shame. It ends with us. We will prevail.
Once more, welcome back. It is good to see you again, Kiara. Ah, yes, there is another recent development we neglected to share with you. Alicia and I have been hard at work attempting to restore the aetheryte here to its former glory, and I'm pleased to inform you that we succeeded. Suffice it to say, it should prove a boon for travel. Well, for those replete with anima, like you at least. I imagine you are eager to hear the particulars about our plan. Allow me a moment to gather everyone's attention.
If all are in agreement, I will outline my plan to retake Doma Castle. First, Lise and the Doman Irregulars will conduct a series of raids against Imperial targets throughout the surrounding area, with the aim of drawing the garrison's attention. Shortly thereafter, our Zayla allies will launch a surprise attack on the castle's airborne defenses. In this way, we will prevent the enemy's airships from rendering support and cut off one means of escape. Alize and I, together with the Shinobi, will exploit the ensuing chaos to infiltrate the moon gates and disable the Magitech field generators. Once the barrier is down, we will be free to cross the One River and reach Doma Castle. It is at this point that we must turn to our Confederate and Kojin allies. They will commence to bombard the castle with cannon fire, while sailing west towards the Doman Enclave.
Wait, the Enclave? Why would you want them to sail away from the castle?
Because the Enclave is home to countless civilians. Once pressed, the Imperials may well think to take them hostage, and I would fain forestall any such attempt. After we have secured the Enclave, we may lay siege to Doma Castle directly. The main strength of the Doman Liberation Front, under Lord Hien's command, shall be committed to this endeavor, as will you and your redoubtable allies. The rest is simple. We scour the castle for the Viceroy, we find her, and we subdue her. Without their leader, what remains of the Imperials' morale will crumble, and they will surrender or attempt to flee. And Doma will be free. Your thoughts, Lord Hien? If any points were unclear or gave you cause for concern, I should be glad to go over them with you.
He fell asleep? No, he didn't fall asleep. Okay.
Nay, 'tis a fine plan. You have a talent for this. That much is plain. We shall carry out Alphino's plan to the letter. Time is of the essence, as you know, so let us each see to our respective preparations. Carry on.
There is no shortage of tasks which must needs be completed before we can launch our attack. If you have a moment, perhaps you could lend a hand. That said, I have only just returned. It will be better for you to speak with Alphanod and find out how you might be of service. Trying to keep busy? We're trying to keep busy. Oh, glad am I to hear it. There is one task which comes to mind. As I explained during my briefing, Alicia and I will need to infiltrate the moon gates to disable the magical field generators. Although I pride myself on my knowledge of various subjects, I must confess I lack confidence in my knowledge of this particular one, which is why I turned to an expert. I've been conversing with Sid via attempting to ascertain the design of the generators based on our limited intelligence. Most recently, he sent a parcel with some documents which he believes may be of use. I would like you to go to Kugane and bring them back here. In the meantime, I will continue to work with our shinobi allies to plot a path into the gates. A safe travels, Kiara, and thank you again. of the fears. Alright, there we go. We do not have a lot of any of them. Falcon Porter. Right, so just a relaxing flight to and from a location. Get us to the small village. Or no, this is going to take us to theirs. my is that, so we need to go here. I'm not going to spend the exorbitant amount of gil to teleport there. Gunning. So we just needed 2 trips. I did mess up and made it longer on myself. Alright, here is Kugane. There it is. Okay. It's over at the port. The offices. Tataru! New outfit for Tataru. Kiara, what are you doing here? I thought you were off fighting nomads on the Azim steppe. Oh, we won that. Oh, you beat them? Good show. A shame I didn't get to see it. Elfina has been keeping me appraised of the situation in Doma. I may not be any good in a physical fight, but in a paperwork fight, I'm the true Khan. Yeah. Khan. Words. Names are weird. You're here for the parcel Sid sent. Yes? Alright. Wait a moment, and I will be right out. And it will be right out. It arrived not long ago. A porter delivered it to our offices, along with various other knickknacks from Eorzea. Sid regrets that he could not come here in person. Apparently his hunt for the dragon and Omega demands his full attention, you see. Still, he was reasonably confident that the documents you provided would be enough for Alphinaud to do the work himself. So, as soon as that parcel gets here, we can open it up and see what's inside. Pardon my interruption, but the parcel in question, was it the one you placed on the shelf in the back for safekeeping? I believe so, yes. Why do you ask? Well, you see, on closer inspection, said parcel appears to have been addressed to the Sekigumi barracks. Although it does indeed bulge with a quantity of paper reminiscent of a rather large instruction manual, the lingering scent of lilac leads me to conclude it is, in fact, a sizable collection of love letters. What? Impossible! The porter was carrying a parcel addressed to us. I saw the writing with my own eyes. Oh, I do not doubt that, in fact, I do not doubt that in the least. However, as he was tasked with a number of deliveries, I can only presume that he has handed you another parcel by mistake. This is a disaster! We have to find the porter right this instant. My, she can move quick when she has a mind to do so. So quickly, she neglected to take these love letters with her. They too must be redirected to the rightful recipient. They should also aid you in tracking down the right porter. They keep records of their deliveries and so forth, after all. The man in question was of middling height and build, not unlike myself. Black hair, short, terribly kept, helpful. Kugane? I know. A cheery sort wearing brick colors, as I recall. I shall send a few of my men out to search, but in the meantime, why don't you take this parcel and see if you can track him down yourself? I would wait here, and on the off chance he realizes his mistake and returns. I highly doubt he would. Tataru. are not the right person. Short black hair. Let's try behind here. Oh, overworked quarter. There you are. Good morning to you, miss, but I have no time to chat. I have to head to the lower court, or was it the hostery? Ah, no time, no time. Oh, hi, I recognize that parcel. I delivered it to the Wilbur Bazaar not long ago. What of it? A mistake? The Setsugumi, you say? Ah, you're right. How stupid of me. Fortunately, I have yet to visit the barracks. But this is for you, guests. I will take the other in exchange. Right, this is just a transfer payment. I'm sorry, I couldn't find him. I guess we just have to hope he realizes his mistake and returns soon. That's it! That's the parcel! You found him! Though, knowing our luck, it put the wrong papers in here. Nope, this is it. These are the documents detailing the operation of the Magitech field generators Alphanaut requested. I can only imagine what might have happened had we sent Kiara back to Doma with a parcel full of love letters. The look on Alphanaut's face when he read these pages. On second thought, I'm a little disappointed we didn't. Everyone's working so hard to fight for Doma's freedom, and here I am making these same silly mistakes. It won't happen again, Kiara, and I'll keep working hard to bring you and the others useful information. If we hear anything new, we'll contact you straight away. Oh, and you might be pleased to hear that we have brokered an agreement between the company of the Confederacy. If they require armaments, we provide, discreetly and at a reasonable price. I'm sure Lord Lolorito was pleased to hear it. Indeed he was. Indeed he was. Well, it seems our time together is at an end. Give Alphanaut and Alicia my regards, will you? Alright. Hey, buddy. The hostery is close to the port with the Falcon Quarter. Higher Falcon Quarter to Onokoro. And once again, we are at story part of the game. it there, we take it to the village I don't remember the name of. House of the Fierce is right by Namai. Namai is where we need to go. Okay. We can take this falcon all the way to... That was a green unicorn. Anyway, we can take this falcon all the way to the return or reunion. To the steps. I was thrown off by the green unicorn. That... How did they get that? I hope it's a quest reward. Speaking of, I have a lot of quests I need to do. Alright. Black Chocobo. Here we go. Oh. Oh, it seems like just yesterday we're here. Our plans proceed apace. Do you have the documents? Excellent. This looks to be exactly what we need. Assuming our shinobi escort can see us safely inside the moon gates, I should have no trouble deactivating the barrier. Good. That is one less thing to worry about. Options here will be the gunblade, dancer weapon, or Heaven's Eye materia. We're also going to be getting some tiger skin. I do not have a high enough crafting level to work with that. Should you wish for further employment, mayhap you could speak with Alicia. I believe she was planning to search the surrounding area for Imperial patrols. You should go. If you go now, you may be able to catch her before she departs. I've not told you about my plans, and you wish to come with me. Well, far be it from me to refuse you. If truth be told, I'm not entirely sure what I expect to find. In the wake of your failed assassination attempt, the Imperials demonstrated uncharacteristic restraint. There were no public executions, and not a single village was put to the torch. But as I mentioned earlier, our latest intelligence does suggest a purge is imminent. For all we know, they could be out in the field as we speak, surveilling their targets and making plans. If so, we need to put a stop to it. Let us begin our search in the north. So we go this way. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. You are not Imperials, okay. Well, quiet for now. Follow me to the next location. No Imperial patrols near our headquarters, then. Good. Last thing we need is a repeat of Fralgar's reach. Even so, 'twould be prudent to search a little longer. Alright, before we find anything at the last location, what do you think? Is Alicia being overly paranoid, or is she in her right mind? That's a tiger. Did you fight it, or did you find it? Not exactly the enemy I was worried about. Damn it all. I can't just leave the carcass lying around in the middle of the road. You've gotten stronger. Next to you, I feel like a child playing at swords and sorcery. Although mayhap it suits me better than books. I owe much to Mikote. I met on my travels, or to a Makote I met on my travels. He was a master of these techniques, and kindly agreed to teach me the fundamentals. But I never could warm to common rapiers. I vastly preferred using a blade of my own creation, despite the toll it took on me. And Tier's gift was a godsend, to be honest. Anyway, we're falling behind. We should split up and try to recoup some lost time. We've heard rumors of Imperial soldiers skulking about disguised as villagers. One was supposedly spotted near the ribbons to the south of here. Go and see if there's anything out of the ordinary. Haunted Elder. Oh, hello there, young lady. My associates and I are in search of fertile soil for farming, and this land caught our eyes. You doubt my words? Sorry, I had to yawn. You doubt my words? I suspect we have some other purpose in coming here. How vexing it is to be questioned in this manner. Very well, she desires the truth, and she shall have it. Deal with her. Well, the worries were founded, so, Hey, you found him. I saw everything. I saw them attack you, while this one fled. Since you seem to have everything in hand, I decided to capture him. An Imperial, I presume? I knew it would come to this. But at the hands of a Westerner? A Doman would at least know the rights. You think you understand, but you do not. She will burn it all before she surrenders. She will never kneel again, nor should she. Yara! Rest assured, the Nairu, we will receive due compensation. Young Asahi has great potential. That much is plain. If he applies himself, he will one day be granted the opportunity to go to Garlemald and learn from some of the leading authorities in the field of magitech. Few citizens are afforded such treatment. However, much less people of the provinces. You will need to do more. Oh, of course. Have no doubt that we shall. My husband and I want only the best for his best imperial education for our boy. I finished planting the rice, Mother. Not while the officer is here, Yotsuyu. Inside, now! Yes, Mother. You did not mention that you had a daughter. My sister's, not mine. Kami rest her soul. She is utterly hopeless. But one cannot choose one's family. Indeed, she is of age to receive an education as well, is she not? Yet we have no records. I trust I need not remind you of your legal obligations. Oh, no, of course not. But she is weak and sickly. Some days she has not the strength to leave her bed. Though, a thought occurs to me. Mayhap we can come to an understanding. That was a near thing. What happened? We were talking, and then all of a sudden you were somewhere else. Did one of those soldiers hit you on the head or something? Oh, she doesn't know about the echo. Well, if you say so, we should get going and tell the others what happened here. All right. Get back to the base. I think we just saw a vision of what led the villain of this portion of the arc to become how she is. We're in the House of the Fierce now. Thank you. You didn't have to come with me, but you did. And for that, I am grateful. I told the others of our encounter with the disguised soldiers. Though we disposed of their bodies, it is only a matter of time before their comrades note their absence. As if we needed any more reasons to act quickly. Are you sure you're alright? By the way, you have been awfully quiet since we returned. We'll grab the gunblade. Alright, Starstruck 5. Minor Arcana Mastery. When using action, Astral Draw will replace with Minor Arcana with Lord of Crowns. Well, Umbra Draw will replace it with Lady of Crowns. Astral Draw Umbra. Talk. Play 1, play 2, play 3 at the respective Arcanum. Okay. Interesting. Alright, we will be getting a Conjurer's Arm to go with everything else. So, White Mage has returned as our job. I tell you to rest and leave the rest of the others, but seeing as that isn't in your nature, Elise returned but a moment ago, looking a bit worried. It would seem that trouble is afoot in Namai. You may as well go and ask her about it. As for me, I will not impose upon you any further. We've barely got enough armor as it is. Huh? Oh, you're here to help? That's a relief. I've been trying to help the villagers in Namai get ready for the operation, but we've run into a few problems. Remember how we're supposed to stir up trouble as a diversion, right? Well, the thing is, we don't have enough armor to go around. I thought the Doma Liberation Front would be able to help, or furnish us with some, but it seems that's not the case. I was about to go tell Issei, why don't you come too? Alright, here we go. Oh, you're here too. I heard about those soldiers you and Alicia encountered. I'm glad you're alright. Alright then. Issei, we've gathered up all the rope we could find in the village. And every tool with an edge. But it's still not enough. Even a hoe would suffice, but there are no more to spare. Thank you, Chigasu. Ryosen. Ryosen could use a hand, if there's nothing else. As for more tools, I may have some in my home. Go and search it. Take whatever meets your needs. I made enough rice balls for everyone, including some special ones for Lady Yugiri. Can I go give them to her? You silly little girl. Of course you can. Hurry, you never know when she'll have to leave on a secret mission. Sorry about that. Everyone's been trying to contribute since Lord Hien returned. There's so much to worry about. You're doing well, Issei. Though, I have to ask, have you had any luck finding more armor? Unfortunately, no. Unlike weapons, there are no substitute for proper protection. It's not as though we need full suits of Imperial plate, but we're not soldiers. If we attack without any equipment, we'll be slaughtered. The Northern Liberation Front doesn't have any armor to spare. I suppose we could ask Hancock, but there's no telling how long that would take, or it would take for him to send us supplies. Do you have any armor in the village, or anyone with some skill to fashion armor? There is one man, a craftsman who fled the Enclave. He's experienced and may be able to help. I don't know if I can persuade him to, though. And mayhap you two could come with me. His name is Suranuki. He lives in the south. Come with me. Alright, and Chocobo. This time it's Dragon. Okay. I do not have light on this map yet. I should go back and do a bunch of the side quests and get the currents for various locations. Who are these starry-eyed youths who stand before me? Ones who sing of rebellion, of liberation? Surely they would not think to trouble me with such foolish dreams. Oh, go on and say whatever you will, but do not take offense if I die from laughter. I'll grab the longsword as well. No. I'm gonna grab the battle axe. Yeah, say again, you'd have me fashion armor for villagers who wish to fight Imperial regulars? The mad fools charging boldly to meet their deaths. Bring me steel and I shall give them shells and shields to shield their soft bellies. Yes, yes, plates of steel, all that you can carry. The better to shield them from blade and bullet. If only it were so simple, Master Sakurani. Steel plates are not easily procured. Blind, deaf, and dumb you are, boy. We're awash with broken steel. Magitech great cylinders have come crashing down to the earth from high. Shatter them to bits with my explosives. They will not fail you, for I made them to kill Imperials. Bring me my steel and you will have your armor. Well, it's not like we know any other armorers who can help. At least we get to blow things up. At least that is something I agree with. He's willing to help us, and we get to do a little demolition. Alright, I had a bit of an issue there. Okay. Alright, and... Alright. Over here, another explosive. Oh, this one has a lot more. Ah. there. Wait. As far as our current current jobs that we have high level, Paladin is actually at 63. We should grab the sword. 3 more levels, and we can equip it. You have the many plates of steel I demanded? Show me. There's 15 of them. That should be enough, right? You are committed to your cause, dressing villagers as soldiers and marching off to war. Stupid, stupid fools. Doma is dead, and so are her people. Lord Cain, Lord Hien, all dead. Their blood is on our hands. 'Twas Lord Cain who saved us, who spared us the worst when the Garleans came. Every shred of our pride and honor he cast aside, without a second thought, all to win their trust, all to serve as their puppet. Restored to his throne years later, a paper tagger. Such shame he must have felt, but no matter, he would suffer it for his people. A life as slaves is better than none at all, he believed, but not us. After my lady died, we began to whisper in his ears dreams of freedom and liberation. We pushed him to take action, if only a little. Years of preparation, of machinations. So careful we would be, and yet, Doma burned for our foolishness, not for that of Lord Cain. Monzin, the Enclave, they were raised for our sins. We murdered them all, don't you see? We murdered you all. You're wrong. We are still here. We are still alive. Lord Cain lives on in our hearts. And in his son, for Lord Hien has returned. Lord Hien is alive? It cannot be. You lie! You lie! It's the truth. Hien came back to Doma to help her fight for freedom. Could it be? My Lord Hien yet lives? Oh. Bands of steel to bind the chest and belly. Yes, yes. I must heat the forge and begin work at once. 10, 100? How many do you need? All that and more you shall have. Alright, and we're grabbing the sword. Alright. Pugilist weapon, lancer weapon. We'll grab the shield this time. Actually, no, we'll grab the spear. I want to get Dragoon up. Even after 25 years of oppression, they still have it in them to stand up and fight. We just have to show them the way forward. Yasei and I will stay and help. Suranaki will help to finish the armor. So you have no need to wait around. Why not go back to the House of the Fierce? I'm sure there's plenty of work left to be done. Ask about and see what you can find. The claw. Alright, and over here. Alright, and there we go. And go to the lower part of the water and over there. And up we go. There we go. Alright. Everything is in order, miss. Under Lord Gosetsu's sage tutelage, we grow stronger by the day. Help? Oh, no, no, no. I will not impose upon you without cause. Rest assured that everything is in its place and everything is fine. He does have a quest, though. I require no assistance, comrade. Lord Hien's instructions to me were quite clear. I need only transcribe them for the benefit of our Salai allies. Speaking of Lord Hien, if you're eager to be of service, mayhap you could seek him out. Keep an eye on him. Perchance, should he decide to venture outside? Let me guess. Someone asked you to act as my protector? To hear them mutter. One would think I intended to stride up to the castle gates on my own. The truth, of course, is rather less dramatic. I had hoped to look on the castle one last time before the battle. Would you care to join me? You would be setting a lot of fretful minds at rest. Very good. Let us depart for Monzen at once. Alright, so it's going to be the northern part of it. The claw again! And the claw again. Fall down. Zen was once home to many great and powerful families, men of honor, samurai once. Great swaths were razed and people put to the sword. What little remains stands as testament to what was and what will never be again. Come, I would take a closer look. No sentries, at least of the living sort. Those shambling suits of armor. Throughout my lineup of spells, like mage. Those shambling suits of armor have the front of the place. To think this was once a bustling street so full of life, a river of people with a current all its own. But even then, the Imperials walked among us, sometimes openly, sometimes discreetly. But we were always aware of their presence, and we were complicit. He did what he had to do to preserve the peace, to keep our people safe. At what cost? Forgive me. This is neither the time nor the place for such dark musings. Though they did serve to remind me of the barracks, which once stood to the west of here, where there may yet be weapons our comrades could use. If you head down that street past those makeshift barricades, you will come to the ruins. I will search elsewhere. Meet me at the water's edge when you have finished. There it is, okay. Medica is AoE, Cure is single target, right? A sheathed katana. Alright. We got one weapon. Alright, I had that on this one because White Mage was supposed to be my main. I haven't been a White Mage in a while because I keep leveling it too fast. Even now. Alas, I have found not of value. Do you? Still sheathed in its scabbard. Though even shielded from the elements, it will need to be cleaned and oiled. I recognize the crest. It belonged to the son of a samurai I trained with when I was young. He never had the chance to draw it. There she is, Doma Castle, my home. They let us keep her for a time, before gradually moving their forces across the Fluminous. Now, her every court and corridor belonged to Yosetsu. Though Father spent much of his time there, I did not. I may have only visited him there on a half a dozen occasions, if that. I cannot remember. But I remember the view from the keep. It almost seemed much smaller from there, like you could hold it in your hands. Well, Monzen at least. Doma is so much more than that. There, beyond the moon gates, onto the shores of the Ruby Sea, and here, in the places that no one or no man can see or touch or take from you. We carry her with us, wheresoever we go. Not the land or the soil, but the story. And what is life if not a story? The story of our journey from dawn to dusk, day after day after day. The story of our mothers and our fathers, our families and our friends, our people and our nations. I think part of me understood that when I looked out from the keep. Hien, son of Kain, another caretaker of the story of Doma. It's a fine castle, truly, with an even finer view, but in the end, Kami, strike me down. How could I be so blind? We must return to the House of the Fierce at once. I have had what can only be described as a revelation. Ours is an excellent plan, but not so excellent that it cannot be improved. And I know how. this is going to lead to the bow, musket, rod, grimoire option. I'll go with the rod for Black Mage. One second, Dakira. I ask you to return to the House of the Fierce without me, and tell Elfnod to come along, or to call the others together for a meeting. It is imperative that the cogent emissary be in attendance as well. I shall join you in on. Alright, and run past them. Alright. I need to attune to that aetheryte. Okay, so I already did. Lord Hien wishes to discuss the details of our plan. Very well. If he insists, I shall summon the others at once. As for the Kojin, I believe one of their emissaries was already en route. Nevertheless, I shall contact them to make certain. Cutscene? Is it voiced?
May I present the Blue Kojin's emissary?
It is.
Greetings and well met, old friends. The Elder sends his regards.
Soroban!
Soroban, it's good to have you with us.
If, you might humor me. Thank you for coming, Soroban. Doubtless you have already been informed of our plans and the role we would have your people play. However, I seek your counsel as a Kojin of the Blue. Be it by spell or siegecraft, could your forces destroy the underwater foundations of Doma Castle's outer wall?
Explosives coupled with a few incantations. Yes, that might produce sufficient force. Such a thing could indeed be done.
Then I wish to revise the plan. Instead of assisting the Confederacy in securing the Enclave, I would have the Kojin advance upstream beneath the water and breach a segment of the outer wall. I mean to flood Doma Castle.
My lord, the castle is a sacred symbol, the very heart of our nation. To destroy it is unthinkable, unconscionable. You cannot do this.
I can and I will if it improves our chances. By flooding the castle, we remove the better part of their forces from the field and force Yotsuyu to retreat to the highest levels of the keep. Tell me that is not a worthwhile trade.
But my lord, that castle was entrusted to you by your father, and his father before him. I say to you again, it is the heart of our nation.
Stone walls do not a nation make, my friend. Her people do. And as long as we yet live, we can rebuild. So let us only think of this battle, of victory here and now. For without that, we have no future.
I see that you are resolved, Lord Hien, and I would not presume to gainsay your decision.
I will inform the Elder of your revised strategy and instruct our sappers to make ready.
Our preparations are all but complete. Once we receive word from our Kojin allies, we shall set our plans in motion. We shall fight, and we shall prevail.
Okay. Now it's time to talk to our friends about that plan. No plan is perfect, and there's ever room for improvement. I expect my comrades will be refining their approach until the moment they begin. In case you are unaware, the other Jonin will lead the assault on the Moon Gate, and not I. My place is at Lord Hien's side. Alright, so you'll be with him. If there's nothing else, I'll head back to Namai. The smith's working hard, and Issei's doing what he can to help. But maybe there's more that I can do, too. He was like a different person when he began hammering those plates. Younger, brighter, full of life and hope. The plan is set, and all that can be done is done, or has been done. Rest and relaxation are now paramount, for tomorrow we may die. Have you two not done enough? Will you not pause a moment to gather yourself on the eve of our grand design? Go not unto battle with weary eyes, or lingering regrets, my friend. Soroban informs me that his sappers will be ready within the day, which means that we can proceed as planned and attack Doma Castle tomorrow. Considering my role, or considering the role you will play, I think it only prudent that you refrain from any further labor until tomorrow. Agreed? Far be it from me to refuse. Well, we shall speak again in the morning. Take care, my friend. Alright. Grab the rod for Black Mage. And here we go. Preparations for the fight.
You're awake. I was just, well, they threw me out, actually. Told me I needed to get some sleep. Ready for the big day. Not long now, eh? I'm nervous, of course, but I also feel like I didn't know where I was going, but maybe, finally.
Yeah, it seems like this is her arc.
Something's gonna change, you know? Really, really change. And when the dust has settled, we'll see what we've won and what we've lost. I'm going to give it my all tomorrow. Everything I've seen and felt, I won't let it be for nothing. Right, off to bed. Don't want to overdo it, and neither should you. Oh, but before you sleep, you should look in on Elfino and Alize. Quietly, of course.
Another restless soul. Come, come. Raise a glass to freedom.
Good. Good. I should be interested to know her thoughts on the matter.
Ah, that's enough, Gosetsu. You'll not convince anyone with your drunken ramblings. We've talked about this, all of us. We are flooding the castle tomorrow, and that's the end of it.
I know, I know. I accepted your decision, and I do not intend to go back on my word. Nevertheless, as the battle draws near, I cannot help but recall our many travails, and it fair compels me to speak. In all my time serving as a leader of men, there are two failures which haunt me to this day. The first, our defeat at the hands of the Empire 25 years past, and the subsequent imprisonment of your father. Long did I consider offering up my life in atonement, until Lord Kyan allowed at last to receive visitors called for me, of all people, for my unborn child, he said. For my dearest Shun, live. My second failure, of course, was the betrayal of that self-same command. When in the rebellion I failed to protect not only Lord Kyan, but Lord Hien too. That I yet live, having known such disgrace, is an affront to the Kami themselves. Yet you, All of you. So fit to grant this shameful creature, this failure, another chance. To serve a greater purpose. Thank you for pitying an old fool.
Now, it is far too soon for that. Save your tears for the morrow. You may be sure we will have ample cause to shed them, be they for joy or despair. Even that sounds morose. We who yet walk the path should not think too much on the destination. When the hour arrives, we shall welcome what comes with open arms. He is right about one thing, though. We have you and yours to thank for this chance. All debts will be repaid. On that you have my word. But first we must live past tomorrow, no?
A daunting task indeed.
If you've no intention of sleeping, you giddy, you may as well join us.
Forgive me, my lord. I did not mean to... if that is your will.
Alright, here we go. The die is cast. The level 67 quest. I think I titled and timed everything pretty good. Let's find out. There she is. I trust you are none the worse for wear after last night. We received confirmation from the coach not long ago. The sappers stand at the ready and await our signal. Let us not keep them and the others waiting. Gather your things. We depart at once. Alphanot, instruct Lise and the others to move out into position and launch the attack. Our scouts report no change in the Imperial's disposition, but I would leave nothing to chance. We must act quickly, lest we lose the element of surprise. Understood. I shall relay your orders and rejoin my unit. Gosetsu and Yugiri await the two of you at Monzen. Good luck, my friends. I will see you both again soon. I'm riding an Imperial... I am riding an Imperial mount to battle against the Empire. Alright, here we go. Once we sorry about that. Once we complete this quest, we should be at the point of ending stream, but also Doma should be just about liberated. You have to fight one monster before you can prepare everything. Hopefully only one. Oh no. Targeting my chocobo, I will finish this off. Four team members. I imagine if you're not a healer, Yugiri will turn into a healer, and we have a tank and Gosetsu.
Understood. Wish us luck. Right. You all know what you have to do. Are you ready?
Oh yes. Ready to show them what a good job they made of breaking us.
Then what are you waiting for? Move out!
Why must we waste our time guarding this blasted... Hmm?
Sound the alarm! Fluminous is under attack! Armed insurgents have breached the perimeter! We need reinforcements!
Hi, Marco.
This is Lee's. Imperial forces converging on our position. Looks like we've got their attention. We'll be sure to keep them busy for as long as we can.
And there they are, our allies from the steppe.
Ah, war! To wield power to make men kneel before you. There is no better feeling. A pity I must share this pleasure with a feral dog of a Dothal.
Preening, Oreneer! You fear that she will put the sun in shade! Those are for you. Go, claim your prey.
Now that was epic. I still want to punch the guy, but I can respect him a little bit.
Come to me! Come to your death! With each that falls, my soul soars higher!
Swiftly, brothers! Fall not behind! Make an offering of their steel to Father Azim!
They seem to be enjoying themselves.
My lord, the barrier!
That it should fall so soon! Truly, our allies seem determined to surpass each other.
The Magitech field is down. I repeat, the Magitech field is down. Confederate vessels, you are clear to advance upon the Enclave.
Outer barrier is going to be taken down and flooded. Yep.
The wall is breached. The Kojin 2 will not be outdone.
Our allies have set the stage. Now we must take the castle. With me!
My lady, the riverside wall has been breached. The lower levels are already flooded and the water is still rising.
So I gathered. He would tear the whole thing down, all for the promise of freedom. A noble sacrifice, or the last desperate flailings of a fool. Speaking of which, how fares my brood?
The procedure was carried out as instructed by Lord Owlet. By all indications, it was a success.
Is that so? Then he may yet be of some use.
Oh no.
Devotees of vengeance should rightly pursue their cause unto the bitter end, don't you think? Their hearts aflame with passion until the last few embers fizzle and fade, leaving naught but ash. The Viceroy's orders were clear. If Doma falls, none shall be spared his wrath. Tell the men to fight as if their lives depend on it. Because they do.
As you command, my lady.
Again they come to make you kneel, to make you grovel and suffer. But you have endured their worst and survived. You know their tricks. They will not find a flower simply waiting to be plucked.
All right. Here we go. Aye, there can be no doubt. The Viceroy is trapped. And so comes our part. Our Kojin allies will deliver us to our destination, to the Western Dock. And do not forget to bring your fellow adventurers, Kiara. Greetings and well met. My friends, climb aboard, climb aboard. There is room enough for you all. Kiara, we might have improved our odds of success. We will divide into two parties upon arrival. One composed of myself, the other you, Gosetsu and Yugiri. Given our inferior numbers, we must needs finish the battle quickly. And so, while you and yours draw the enemy's attention, I shall steal over to the keep. Lest you worry, though, I've been to the castle only a handful of times, my father saw fit to drill its layout into me. I could find my way blindfolded. Even should one meet with misfortune, the other will reach Yusetsu. Agreed? Then let us be about it. For Doma! Doma Castle, now accessible. With duty support. Here we go. With a party of NPCs. So we'll have Gosetsu and an additional samurai. Gosetsu is a tank, primarily. Here we go. A light party in a new dungeon. Othard, Doma Castle. Here we go. I'll be honest, when he said splitting the party, I was worried we would have an event beforehand.
With soul and steel! Look upon a samurai of Doma!
They all have arrow on them. I've done my part damage-wise. More than my part, in fact. Because as long as the tank's alive, the DPS will not be hit. And if the DPS are not hit, they can dish out more damage. All 3 tiers on this board though. I probably need to go through and situate things better. One singular large enemy. Fell before that could fall. Yes, it did. It is almost time, but it is not time yet. Not time yet. You will wait. You will wait. Marco, I'm running through a dungeon right now, and I cannot spare the time to step away and handle your situation early.
This blow shall end you!
I know, buddy. You're my buddy. You're my buddy. You're a good boy. He is a good boy. Don't let anyone think otherwise. He's just a little demanding. But of course that's because he's a husky. Not a boss fight. I think they're what are doing the launching stuff, so maybe this won't be an issue for the rest of the stuff once we take care of it.
I have you!
this is going rather well, I would say. It's going smoothly, Marco. It should be a one attempt thing. And if I fail, and I get out of the team and have to go through it again, I will prepare before I do so. Here we go, the first boss of the dungeon. Magic Rear Guard. Gosetsu moving.
I have you! I have you!
Now fall!
Keep the regen on him. Keep arrow.
I have you!
And not get hit. Okay. This, as a healer, is kind of just a dance at this point. And it's down. Flooded castle, we go.
I have you!
I think using regen is actually kind of broken in this situation. Isn't it? Regen and arrow, and then apply a few other things as needed. done when I can. That's full time to dish out some healing. Second boss. Match Hexadrome? down.
Look upon a samurai of Doma!
This day you die! This day you die!
Down. Time to charm, I suppose. Right. That would have been a good place to put a treasure chest. People would have missed it. Unlocked, but it makes them have a much worse day. going pretty good, I would say. Stun does affect me.
This blow shall end you!
Alright. Last one. Down in the shadow. Then we press on. Chest. Press the flame. I see. This was once the very individual we often fought throughout this entire storyline.
We go together!
Give me a lot of situations that I could
look upon a samurai of Doma.
Avoid pain. That is worrying.
Die! Die! Die!
Now fall!
Die! 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 We go together! Die! Die!
We did it! complete. Nothing to celebrate here. As we continue on. We're level capped to 68 there. So this is not the end of it, but we are approaching the end of Stormblood.
Have you aught to say for yourself? For what you have done to our people? Your people?
My people, he says. The precious lordling beloved by all, come to confront the wicked witch. My parents thought me no better. They worked me from dawn to dusk like an ox or an ass or some other beast of burden. Until, that is, my brother spied a chance to transform the family fortunes. And so I was married to a vicious old drunk, who beat me as he pleased. And when I pleaded for help, I was told to grin and bear it. For the family, for him, for everyone's sake. What did it matter? I was nothing to them. Less than nothing. I wasn't of their flesh. I wasn't a fellow Doman. I wasn't even a person. I might just as well have been dead.
Marco, you will wait.
And then my husband passed away one day. And so I was sold off yet again to pay his debts. But this time, I found a way to live for myself. To survive. As a spy for the Empire. Oh, those were the days when the scales first fell from my eyes. No longer would I be a slave to my parents or my husband or the pleasure house. I would be free and receive due compensation. That would be enough, I thought. Until I saw a Doman in the road, beaten and broken. And my heart skipped a beat. Lying at my feet, groaning in agony, sobbing in despair. Powerless, helpless, hopeless. A vision forever seared into my soul. Oh! There was nothing I would not do to feel that joy again. To bend this cruel, twisted world to my whims. Now, having borne witness to my life's work, have you aught to say to me? "'Twas kind of you to lend me your ear, my lord. But now it is time for us to conclude our little tete-a-tete with a final game of chance. Who shall stand, and who shall fall? Let the die be cast."
This was her plan from the first, to bring the keep down on our heads.
I will remember your words. We must flee. Order our forces to withdraw.
Kosetsu's gonna sacrifice himself by holding it up, isn't he? Yep.
Go, my lord! While you still can! I cannot hold it forever!
No! We will not leave you behind!
Do your duty! Deliver Lord Hien and the others to safety! Now! Forthwith! I shall manage on my own!
Oh no, she's still there. So there's...
Kosetsu!
No one leaves. Not you or anyone else.
"'Tis not this old frame cannot bear. Go now, all of you! The day is won, and the morrow beckons.
Yeah, at this, we say thank you.
Nay, thank you for granting me new purpose and a measure of peace.
Gosetsu. You never failed us. Not once. You served my father faithfully, and I'm a better man for your guidance. And the Doma we built together shall be better for it too. Be proud, my friend. Be proud.
I am, Shun. More than you know.
Hien! Hien!
You cast the die. Gambling was never my vice.
How merciful the gods that I should find you in time. Kosetsu? We must turn back now before it is too late.
There nobody is.
Eyes forward, Cyrano. That was his wish.
I will deliver you to safety. The others are waiting.
going to be right back. I need to take care of my dog, and I will try to wrap up the cutscenes and everything that will undoubtedly follow this. So, bear with me. Okay, I am back. In addition, we have salt and vinegar chips. It's actually annoying how many brands of chips actually just have milk. Alright, here we go. Thank you. The occupation is ended, then, and the people must be informed of our victory. But I will not simply give up Gosetsu for lost. Before aught else, we must needs search the ruins. Allow me, my friends. The castle is still collapsing into the river, and could easily drag you to your deaths. I can navigate the waters easily without fear of drowning. Be reasonable, brother. You know he is right. Kiara, a word, if I may. My lord withdraws into himself, unable to turn his thoughts from the keep. He needs us now more than ever. My friends, I am returned. I swam as far into the ruins as I could. And did you find him? Nay, lady, naught remained of the keep for me to search. Undermined from below and shaken from above, the manner of its collapse was most unusual. If the floor beneath him gave way before the rest, it is not impossible that he could have been sent tumbling into the river. But the water is thick with silt and debris. Despite my best efforts, I could not find him. I am sorry. There is naught for which you should apologize. Thank you, Soroban, for taking it upon yourself to search. The castle is in ruins, and the people are eager to learn the fate of their nation. We leave at once. Are you sure, my lord? The day is won, and the morrow beckons. It falls to us to greet it. I'm going down to the docks to see if I can get one of the Confederate ships to take us to the Enclave. Mayhap we should tell the others at the House of the Fierce to gather here there. Alright. Magnai and Saduj know not of what happened in the castle. I will go and tell them. They fought valiantly and with honor, Serena. I pray you tell them that as well. You too, my friend, were instrumental in this triumph. I must insist that you be present when we bring these tidings to my people. Alright. I want to see what is the portion of this expansion's epilogue. You all look like shit. The captain thought you might need a ride to the Enclave. Ready to come aboard? Let's go. On you go then. Sit wherever you like. I don't know what happened in there, but it's over. You won! That's cause enough for celebration. And those people you're about to see need something to celebrate.
We brought everyone here. You were the last to arrive.
I see. Thank you. We owe the Confederacy a great debt.
I have waited 25 years for this moment. You owe us naught.
Look! It's Lord Hien!
Lord Hien!
It's him! He lives! He lives!
Some few words of encouragement would not go amiss, my lord.
Right. Yes, of course.
Let's see. You're their lord, remember. Stand tall.
Forgive me. This is rather more daunting than I had anticipated. But you are right. I must be strong. Wish me luck. We are a sorry lot, are we not? Tired, dirty, stinking of blood and sweat and ash The people pushed to the point of breaking. And yet, we won. The perseverance to endure decades of oppression. The will to carry on the legacy of those we have lost. These were the bonds that held us together and gave us the strength to reclaim our home. After 25 hard years, the shadow of the Empire no longer darkens these lands, and we may at last look forward to the dawning of a new day. But, my friends, it will be a day of work. So I ask you, have you yet the strength to stand? To rise up with me once more, here and now, and begin to rebuild our homeland?
Doma! Doma!
I really hope that guy in orange doesn't end up betraying us in a future story point. We've had that happen too much from the last one.
This will not end with Doma. We will see to that, right, Lise?
Right.
Indeed, this is but the beginning. The tide is turning, and it shall soon bear us back across the seas and onward and to the next battlefield.
With Elphanod, but where is Elphanod? I guess he's back across the thing. This way. All right. Elphanod's right there. Okay. Are you quite certain you would not prefer to stay a while longer? There are sure to be festivities at which you would be the guest of honor, like as not. Very well. There are other ways in which we might celebrate, by rejoining the fight for freedom in Eurobania, for one. Short though our time here has been, it didn't feel that way, we have all come to regard this land and her people as our own, I think. But we have but done that which we came to do, or they're here to do, even. The word of Doma's liberation will soon spread throughout the Empire, and we must seize this opportunity to rekindle the fires of liberation in the West. We dare not allow the Imperials a moment respite, lest they march on Doma again. For the sake of all concerned, we should leave immediately. Did I hear you right? You're leaving? I'm afraid so. We have our own battle to fight. What about you? Will you be heading back to the steppe? Yes. The war here is ended, and there is no cause to remain. The Oriner and Dothar are already withdrawn. I will follow them anon, but I wished to bid you farewell first. The Blue Two must return to our homes. But we will be back. Doma is in need of merchants and builders, and we are eager to offer our services. And just like that, our grand fellowship is broken. But without ceremony or pomp, we steal off into the dark. No matter. We have plenty to be getting on with. Places to be, people to rob, and so on. And the captain never was one for mingling. I'm a pirate. Give me a song at the tavern and I'll be happy. Hobnobbing with Lord Hien? Nay. No taste for the finer things. In any event, we need not part ways here. If you're for Kugane, we would be happy to take you. Our waters have always been fruitful. I wish you well on your journey, my friends. May you ever walk in crimson. Thank you, Serena, for everything. May the Kami speed you on your way. Until we meet again. I will admit, when I first voiced Soroban, with no idea how he was supposed to sound, I was tempted to make him sound like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. I'm glad I found the right voice for him without any problem, though. Naught remains undone. You're ready to depart? We're ready. To Kugane, then. Have everything? Good. We will need to weigh anchor before the Saketsugami arrive. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for what you did. Give my regards to the Uldan. Alright, we will grab the one of maiming. I informed Tataru of our coming. She and Hancock should be waiting for us in the Ruby Bazaar. Then it is here we part ways. Best of luck to you and yours in your piratical endeavors, I suppose. There is one over this way. Ah, right, here we are. No, this was not that. There's a quest in here, though. That's good to know. Ruby Bazaar! Alright, here we go. Welcome back, everyone, and congratulations on a job well done. It's a pleasure as ever to see your smiling face, Tataru. Less so yours, Hancock, though Rasho and I are sincerely grateful for your assistance. The pleasure was all mine, Master Elfinaut, I assure you. Anyways, you'll be glad to hear that I have already chartered passage for you back to Libsa Lamosa. The ship is to leave port this very day, but the captain has agreed to wait until the four of you have boarded. The four of us? You mean to stay here in Kugane? Yes, I gave it some thought, and I realized that even with Doma free, there is still a need of a woman in the middle, maybe even more than before, considering all the friends and alliances you made. As I told her many times before, I would be more than willing to assist you. And as I have told you many times before, I am not about to let you worm your way into our affairs and exploit our connections for your personal gain. Must you always presume the worst? So there you have it. I will remain here for now. You needn't worry. I'm a regular at the hostelry and half a dozen other local institutions. Everyone loves me. As you always do, you have made the best connections possible. So go. Don't let me keep you here. Buy your supplies and souvenirs while you still can. When you've finished, make haste to the docks, or pier number 2 to be precise. I'll be waiting for you there. All right. Tataru did her Tataruing and has decided to stay in Kugane, it seems. No. Yes, this is pier number 2. Okay. First to arrive as always. Hopefully the others will not be far behind.
Ah, there you are. All packed and ready to go?
To the best of my knowledge, yes. Apologies for the wait. The task of tying up loose ends invariably takes longer than one allows. Happily, however, all now seems to be in order.
Then there's nothing left to do but to board the ship. Do try and enjoy the journey, won't you? It may be your last chance to rest for a while.
That would depend on the good captain's choice of route.
As ever, Tataru, I pray you take all due precautions while making your inquiries. Better to avoid the local authorities altogether than risk a repeat of our Ishgardian episode.
And what sordid episode is this, pray tell?
Not to speak of, I assure you.
Oh, it is something to speak of.
You there! Hold that ship!
What are you two doing here? Shouldn't you be in Doma?
Shouldn't you? You left with nary a word. I half wondered if I had done something to offend.
Upon learning that you had departed for Kugane, we immediately resolved to give chase. Our comrades can manage affairs in our absence, and it seemed the least we could do.
You mean you came all this way just to say goodbye?
That too, aye. But there was something else I felt I had to say. You helped us win our freedom, and for that I cannot thank you enough. Accordingly, after we have established an interim government and so forth, I think it only meet that we repay the favor by dispatching our own forces to Eorzea. If you would have us.
We harbored no expectations of such generous aid, and as there is no telling when the Empire might strike back at you, would it not be wiser to concentrate your resources on the defense of Doma?
I had a mind to pursue a more aggressive defense, to which we will send forth shinobi to provinces far and wide to spread word of our victory, that we might inspire others to take up arms as we did.
Clever!
Even the Empire has its limits. If the Garleans cannot be certain where and when the next rebellion will take place, how can they commit another force to Doma? And besides, so long as this debt remains unpaid, how am I to face myself and Gorsetzer?
As you wish. I will relay your offer to the Eorzean Alliance.
All of Doma is counting on you to finish what we have started. You have it in you, Lise. To seize the future you want. Never forget.
I won't, Hien. Not your words or anything else. Everything that led us here, that will drive us forward, I'll carry it with me always. And that's a promise.
I will hold you to that. Go with them to Eorzea. Tell their people of our triumph and of our pledge to stand with them.
By your leave, I shall pave the way for our new alliance.
Hurry up, you lot! The ship's about to weigh anchor!
It seems our time is at an end. Go well, my friends, and may we meet again beneath a western sky.
Meanwhile, at the Royal Plaza or Palace of Alamigo. Okay.
I always knew that woman was unfit for command. Aye, when you think of all the resources we've poured into that hole, and for what?
He's gonna get cut down, isn't he? Yep.
The beast yet lives. Mayhap it is time I sharpen my claws. I wonder, will you walk into my parlor once more?
Pedolorem Lupus! Come at the command of the Lord Viceroy to present the prisoner taken by the Cranie Lupi.
Oh no. Really was captured.
Xenosier Galvus, I presume. It's true what they say. You do have the eyes of a monster. A ravenous, insatiable fiend.
You, give the butcher your weapon.
Yes, my lord.
My lord, this is...
A reward given in recognition of your service. I trust it will prove more capable than its former owner.
I swear, I'll not disappoint you, my lord.
Good. Now, silence that mewling little piglet. I will not hear another sound pass her lips until I strip the fat from her.
Back in the Eorzea at last, ready to pick up where we left off and finish the fight. We're not who we were when we left. We're stronger and wiser. So let's do it. Let's get back to Alamigo and defeat Xenos once and for all. But before that, we're going to call it here for this week. I hope you enjoyed today's stream, and I hope you drop a follow here on Twitch. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe down below. No matter this place, no matter the time, hit the bell for notifications, and check out my Discord for a go live notification, and to vote on things like what kind of game I play next, what kind of character I make, add a bit of chaos to my streams. It always adds more fun to things. And check out my Twitch where I will, or Twitter, where I'll be posting a notification and a bit of a follower goal. I will see if I can set that up to actually show up on stream as well. That way, maybe next week it'll have something to visually look forward to. But that's going to be it for now. If you are watching on YouTube, make sure to check out my channel here in the middle where I post all of my VODs. And if there's too much there because I've done so much random bullshit go, then this playlist on the right is as good a place as any to start. And if my stuff wasn't for you, but you stuck around anyway, you're awesome, you're amazing, and you deserve this video on the left that YouTube thinks you will like. No idea what it is. But that's going to be all for now. Stay safe, stay happy, stay crazy. Bye.